What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor. Let's get right into the weather. And tonight we have a very big situation that is going on across much of the Midwest, and we have a lot to talk about tonight as we continue to look at a lot of stuff going on. We have radar, we have satellite, we have all the things that we need to look at this stream and continue to go and look at it and watch it as more data and information continue to come in. In the meantime, though, I do have a few callers that are joining us tonight. We have Diana, we have Sunny, we have Colton, and we have Kosa on the line. As well, they're going to be helping out for a little bit. They're if they need to, but we'll have to see what's going on with that as well. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves, go ahead and say hello.
Hello, this is Diana.
Hello, this is Sean.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Wonderful.
Hello, my name is Colton.
All right, Colton, thank you for joining. But in the meantime, though, we have a lot to go through tonight, and let's go ahead and get right into it as well. Let's go ahead and pull up what we have going on. We have a lot to talk about tonight. We have a very serious situation evolving at this current point. Let's go ahead and actually pull up radar scope to kind of give you an idea of what we are looking at. Here is radar scope for you guys right here. We have this storm organizing and developing right now over Kansas, over Nebraska, over Colorado, over all of these areas right here. Here's the kind of extent that we have based on each radar right here, right here going on it. And if we go ahead and show you the satellite imagery of what's going on, let's go ahead and pull up the infrared just to kind of show you what we are looking at as well. Here is the infrared imagery of this system. It's already organizing and developing in Colorado, but it's really bringing a lot of snow and a lot of sleet already to a lot of areas in Kansas and Nebraska and all of these areas. So we are going to have to pay attention to it. But regardless of that, we have a lot to go over right now. Thank you all for joining the stream tonight as we cover a lot of stuff. So, yeah, all right. So ultimately, the first thing we need to go over is all the warnings that we have in effect right now. We have blizzard warnings in effect for much of Kansas and parts of Missouri, including areas just north of Kansas City, including St. Joseph, Plattsburgh, Carlton, Missouri, and Topeka, Kansas, and those areas right there. Blizzard warnings are issued when we are almost certain that wind gusts of 35 miles per hour and visibility drops down to less than a quarter of a mile for 3 hours occurs. And that's what triggers it. We're also watching for the possibility of blizzard warnings for parts of northern Missouri, into northeastern Missouri, and west central Illinois as we continue to get more information right here. But so far, this is what we have for the blizzard warnings. Let's go ahead and show you this real quickly just to kind of give you an idea as to what we're looking at. For the winter storm, for the blizzard warning, we're looking at snow accumulations between 6 and 14 inches right now in the air advisory in Kansas, in Missouri. If we go ahead and pull that up over to the Kansas City suburbs, because I know we have a lot of people tuning in from there, and the St. Louis suburbs as well. For what we're looking at, between 9 and 14 inches of snow and ice accumulation around a light glaze is expected for you guys, on top of all the gusts and on top of the low visibility. If you are under a blizzard warning, do not travel. You're already starting to get snowfall across much of these areas right here. Here's what we have pulled up for you on the radar scope right here. I know it's probably having some issues indicating what is sleet and what is snow, but if you are in any of these areas, do not travel. The storm has already arrived. If you're in the St. Louis area, you don't have much time left to prepare. This storm is coming much quicker than I think a lot of people anticipated. I anticipated this to start arriving around 10 o'clock at night. It's currently 7 o'clock in the evening, and the snow is already falling in the western suburbs of St. Louis. This is going to be a very quickly moving system once it starts, and then it's going to drag its way through much of tomorrow and into early Monday morning. So we're going to have to pay very close attention to that so far. So let's also go ahead and pull up some more of the winter storm warnings as well while we have that right here. Let's go ahead and shift the scene right here back up to this screen, and we'll go ahead and zoom this in so that way we get a better viewing experience. But here's what we have going on in the St. Louis area right here. They have updated the winter storm warning. It is a little vague, about between 4 and 10 inches, but that's also because it's covering a large area. The southern areas are going to get more sleet and freezing rain, and the northern areas are going to get more snow. That's generally how this works. However, considering the overperformance of the storm itself, as well as the fact that the snow sleet line has pushed further south than we anticipated, and even a lot of the runs, the 18Z runs, have looked at this and they've showed that southward shift because of how this system has initialized, we could be seeing higher snowfall totals than what the NWS is looking at. But again, it's a little early. We're gonna have to see what happens. If you are in Indianapolis, the time to prepare has already passed. But you still have time to prepare for this winter weather event right now. Snow and sleet accumulations between 6 and 11 inches if you are in the Indianapolis suburbs. If you are in areas around Evansville, we got a lot of people coming in from that area in the last stream, as well as the video we posted. Here's what we have going on. Evansville is in a winter storm warning as of right now, just north of that ice storm warning. By the way, significant accumulation of ice on power lines, snow and sleet accumulation between 2 and 5 inches, and ice accumulations between 2/10 and a half an inch of ice. A half an inch of ice for this part of the neck of the woods for southern Illinois, southern Missouri, and even into Kentucky is very destructive. It can knock down power lines. You can't travel on that. Carbondale, by the way, is under an ice storm warning, for example. And here's what they're looking at. Between 1/4 and 3/4 of an inch of ice, and snow and sleet accumulations between around 2 inches. So if you had to pick a danger between 12 to 18 inches of snow and a half an inch of ice, take the 12 to 18 inches of snow, because at least with snow, you can at least try to travel. Ice, you absolutely cannot do that. So I wanted to make that perfectly clear. Are we streaming right now, or yeah, are we streaming right now? I think we are. Yeah, the stream's healthy, so we're good.
The stream's good.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. So, yeah, I just wanted to make that perfectly clear so that way, yeah, already we have 73 people in the stream right now. Thank you for showing up. Be sure to like the stream and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It helps us get more people engaged with weather. So, yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about so far, and we'll try to cover it as best as we possibly can for you guys, just to give you the best viewing experience right here and get you all the information we can. But at this current point, I would say after the 0Z runs come tonight, do not look at the models. Real-time conditions are what matters. I'm even pushing it looking at the models now because of the storm already starting, but because the 0Z data is going to be important, and those are real, comes with observations, it is important to kind of use those a little bit. And we actually have short range runs that are in line, and the HERS run is starting to come out. The 0Z HER is starting to come out. That is some very good news, so we can digest it and consume the data and information it gives us. I apologize for that. But here's what we have going on. We have that snow arriving in much of the Midwest. It's currently bringing, at least according to the HER, a lot of sleet and a lot of freezing rain. I personally think that the HER is either A, overdoing it just a little bit, or B, it's not taking into it, or at least the inversion, or B, it's not taking into account the overperformance of this storm. But regardless of that, that rain sleet line, I'm watching it right here. It looks like, based on this current run right here, it is going to stay south of St. Louis. Kansas City gets a bit dicier. It starts off, according to the HER, as freezing rain and sleet, and then it transitions to snow. But if you're in St. Louis, the rain sleet line stays south if you are in the city and in the surrounding suburbs. So that is some good news that we can talk to you about tonight. So that's what we have going on right here, and we'll get more data as the HRRR continues to come in. To already total snowfall accumulations 15 hours out is pretty incredible for much of these regions, but we're going to have to see what happens as the rest of these runs come in. The 21Z wrap is in. We'll get the 0Z in the next couple of hours or so, but the 21Z wrap does bring the snow sleet line towards St. Louis and Kansas City, but it's not nearly as much as it was like 2 nights ago with the other runs, especially the NAM, which I still am not really using that much, because let me give you a look at this. I still think they are overdoing the inversion in central Missouri and southwestern Illinois right here, but we're going to have to pay attention to that as well. So that's what we're seeing right here, at least for the immediate short term right here, because the main question is not a rain snow line, it's a snow freezing rain line. So we're going to have to pay very close attention to that, and we'll also look at other stuff across the country, because I know Maryland's going to be more in the line of fire. Most of Virginia and West Virginia are in the line of fire. People are asking about Indiana and Ohio. We will get to those right about now. Let's go ahead and start with Columbus, since someone in the chat mentioned that. Columbus direct is under a winter weather advisory, but areas just to the south in Dayton, Cincinnati, Wilmington are under a winter storm warning. The southern Columbus suburbs are under a warning. The northern Columbus suburbs are under an advisory. So let's go ahead. Okay, we can't pull that up right now, unfortunately, but we can try to pull up the winter weather advisory that they have right here, or at least attempt to. Okay, yeah, we got it. It's on. You can't see it right now, but I'll do my best to get that, make that closer. So, okay, yeah, the NWS Columbus is bugging out for some reason. Let's go ahead and go down to no, it's Wilmington. It's bugging out. Let's go ahead and go to Cincinnati right here for the winter storm warning. You're looking at between 5 and 10 inches of snow. If you're in the winter weather advisory, I saw between 1 and 6. Let me double check that. Oh, between 3 and 6 inches of snow for downtown Columbus. So that's what you're looking at right there. So yeah, that's the situation that we have. Brick, New Jersey. Someone is asking about that. Let me go ahead and see where Brick is in New Jersey, just so I can get a general idea of where of that. So, okay, Brick. Yeah, that's in North Jersey. That's in central New Jersey. Is it in? Yeah, it's not in Atlantic County. Is it in Monmouth County or so? Because if so, you're under a winter storm watch. If it's just north of that, I would probably see honestly 1 to 3 inches of snow from what I'm seeing. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. So okay. So there's that. Also, we need to watch out for Maryland and Virginia as well. Winter storm warnings are in effect for the Washington, D.C. area, and because of those southern shifts in the models, it's now going to likely put Baltimore a little bit less in the line of fire compared to what we were seeing previously. Because before, we were seeing all the runs last night I was checking them. We were seeing runs calling for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 inches of snow in the Baltimore area. But because of this southern shift in the track and the storm developing further south than anticipated, based on what we're looking at right here, I can go ahead and show you the recent model runs to kind of give you a general idea as to what we're looking at. And interestingly, the HRRR still has snow falling. Yeah, never mind. The HRRR actually still has 10 inches of snow falling in Baltimore and Washington, D.C. as well. So we're going to have to pay attention to that as well. But let's go ahead and pull up the WRAP real quick. Yeah, WRAP is wanting over a foot of snow for Baltimore. The NAM is a little bit more conservative, keeping the storm a little bit more to the north. Same with the NAM Nest. GEM RDPS has the storm shifting more to the south. Same with the GEM GDPS. The Euro has it shifting more to the south, putting Baltimore out of the line of fire. And the GFS, let's use the 18Z GFS. It has kind of Baltimore out of the line of fire, more of Washington, D.C. in the line of fire. So we're going to have to watch that. So, yeah, just a lot of stuff that we're looking at. Oh, oh wow, we've only been streaming for less than 20 minutes, and we've already have 100 viewers on the stream right now. Thank you very much for joining, guys. Be sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you are new. The goal is to get as many people as possible engaged with weather, and that is our intention through this. So let's go ahead. If you have any questions too, feel free to type them into the chat as well. So, yeah, here's what we have going on. Someone's asking about Richmond, Kentucky. Let's go ahead and look at Richmond, Kentucky, because that to me looks like a bit more of an ice threat, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look at that. Richmond, Kentucky. Yeah, that is south of Lexington. That's going to be more of an ice threat, I'm noticing with that. So let's go ahead and pull up some of the runs, and we'll go ahead and shift back to the Midwestern sector. I definitely could see some snow for you guys, and from this, especially with these southern shifts in the models, you could see a couple inches more or so. But freezing rain is what the main threat is going to be, and freezing rain both according to some of these runs and the National Weather Service. Let's go ahead and pull that up over there. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they're calling for in that WFO. Ice accumulations peak around the 0.5 to 0.75 inch range, or between a line from Tell City, Indiana to Shepherdsville and Lexington, Kentucky. So, yeah, I would say expect at least a half an inch of ice if you are down there in Richmond. Now, for Dayton, Ohio, that's not too far away from Cincinnati. They are under a winter storm warning. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the runs are indicating, just to kind of give you an idea. Okay, the HRR wants Dayton to get 17 inches of snow, but take that with a grain of salt. The RAP is also being very aggressive, wanting 16 inches. The NAM around 11, NAM Nest around 10. The GEM RDPS at 2. GEM GDPS.
No.
What's up?
No. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good. Don't worry about it. The GEM GDPS around 2 inches of snow. The Euro, because of that shift further to the south, is giving the area around Dayton about 5 inches of snow. The GFS is a bit more aggressive with that, although it's still wanting to give the area around actually about a foot of snow. So if you throw it in the aggregate, I would say expect anywhere from like 6 to 12 inches of snow at this current point. I do not see you guys getting 16 or 17 inches of snow from this. I think the HRR and the RAP are overdoing it a little bit. But I would not be surprised if you see 6 to 12 inches of snow, in my opinion. Even the NWS, they want between 5 and 9 in Dayton. So at least there's that as well. So that's what we have going on there. Okay, Ellicott City, Maryland. Ellicott City, that's close to Baltimore. That's, I believe, in Baltimore. Sonny, correct me if I'm wrong. Is Ellicott City in Baltimore County in Maryland? Okay, he's Miss MIA right now. That's unfortunate. But yeah, I think it's in Baltimore County. Right now, it's a little more uncertain compared to what we were seeing a couple of nights ago. I would say right now, I would watch it, but ultimately, I'm thinking like 4 to 8 inches is not out of the question right now. But because of the uncertainty, it could be as high as 12. It could be as low as 3. We're not 100% sure right now. We need to wait to see how the system evolves. So, yeah, it's in Howard County. My bad. I apologize for that. What about Southwest Indiana? Southwest Indiana, you're going to get more ice than anything, like especially around the Evansville area. Do not be surprised if you see a half an inch of ice down there. Snowfall, I would say. Snowfall, I would say. Actually, hold on a second. Yeah, while Southwest Indiana is more of an ice threat, because of those recent shifts of south in the models, you guys could definitely see some more snow from that as well. So let's take a look at the freezing rain. The GFS. Let's look at I want to look at the HRRs recent as well. The HRR wants like 3/4 of an inch of ice across a lot of these areas right there at least. That's likely going to be. That's maybe overdoing it a little bit, but not terribly. As for snowfall, it wants potentially up to a foot of snow, which I I don't trust right now, but we'll have to see how it pans out. Meanwhile, I want to see how the 0Z is running. Okay, we got 24 hours out, so that is some good news with that as well. So here's what we have going on. It looks like that rain sleet line does push a little bit into St. Louis, especially freezing rain into the evening, until tomorrow evening. And then at the back end of it, you're going to get some heavy snow from this. So that's what we're looking at so far. Things are continuing to overperform as anticipated. Yeah, okay, Howard County is southwest of Baltimore County. I would say, I would expect it, in my opinion, at least 6 inches as of right now. That's my opinion. So, yeah. Someone's asking about Kansas City, their snowfall totals. Well, it's already starting to snow right now, as a matter of fact. For Kansas City, let's take a quick look at that. Kansas City, a lot of these runs want to give you like 18, 15 inches of snow. The NAM, which I don't trust because it's overdoing the sleet, this inversion, wants to give you like 6. At this current point, I would not be surprised, especially in the northern suburbs, if you see over a foot of snow. Kansas City proper, 8 to 12. That's my general take on it so far, but we'll have to pay attention to it. Ian is asking about Bowling Green, Ohio. Bowling Green, pretty interesting. I would say that compared to yesterday, you're seeing less snow because of the southward shift in the models. Although I will say Bowling Green, Ohio. That's the RAP wants you guys to get like 5 inches of snow or so, which is pretty interesting. The HER 18Z about 5 or so. And if we take a look at the Euro, it's not really going to give you that much. The GFS giving you like 1 to 3. So it depends on the track of this, but because of the southward shift in the models, I would split the difference and say 2 to 4, Ian. That's my opinion so far. So, yeah. I thought Bowling Green was in Kentucky. Yes, there's 2 Bowling Greens. There's a Bowling Green, Ohio, and a Bowling Green in Kentucky. There's also the question about there's a question about Pittsburgh and how much snow they could get. Pittsburgh is going to be a little interesting because of this southward shift from the runs. Let's take a quick look. The HER really wants the area around Pittsburgh to get a foot of snow from this, but I'm not 100% sure about this. Maybe in the the upper elevations of Pennsylvania and the T, but ultimately not. But I wouldn't say in the valleys or anything like that. The HER and the RAP are really blowing this up, wanting to give over a foot of snow for Pittsburgh. Let's take a look at the Euro 2.7 GFS 5. So the short range runs really want to give you a lot of snow. The long range runs don't. So ultimately, it's a little bit uncertain right now. I would argue it's just kind of just that whole area of uncertainty. But you're not even under a winter storm watch. I would not be surprised if a winter weather advisory goes out unless the storm shifts further back up to the north down the line. But ultimately, I'm sure a lot of people in Pennsylvania are snow lovers and all that stuff and would like to see this foot of snow, but I ultimately don't really see that happening. I would say 3 to 6 for Pittsburgh right now, but I could be 100% wrong, so that too. Okay. Okay. I'm in. Tim is in Carbondale. Are we still on the track for crippling ice? Yes, you absolutely are. You absolutely are right now. Is half an inch of ice possible? It's not possible. It's expected at this current point. I'm in Edinburgh. Our latest is 3 to 6, but we probably already have about 3 to 6 from yesterday. Also, I don't love snow. I understand. Edinburgh, is this in? Let's see, Edinburgh, Pennsylvania. Okay, that would make the most sense. Yeah, I could see. I could see 3 to 6 from that. Near Dayton, I think an excess of 8 inches is possible. Ebensburg, Pennsylvania. Yeah, 3 to 6 seems reasonable for me, but we'll still pay attention to it as well. So that's what we have going on right here. Hopefully, we can get some more people in the stream, like in the Discord chat that I have right now, to give some more analysis on this, because it's so that way we could make things a little bit easier. But I will take a look at the radar to kind of see what's going on with it so far. Here's the radar shots that we have. I know it's not fantastic, and normally I know a lot of people would use composite radar and all that stuff. I just haven't found a good high quality version of it other than Radar Omega, but that costs a lot of money. So I'm sticking with Radar Scope. It's $30 for the PC. It works really good. I would recommend it. So yeah. Okay. I just want to ask a question from the Kansas City viewers out here. Are you seeing snow or are you seeing sleet? I'm just asking because there's might be a problem with how the radar is detecting stuff. Are you guys seeing snow or sleet out there? So, yeah. Yeah, I'm a boss and I need to make sure my staff are safe going to and work from home if need be. I work in healthcare, so I'll cover if need be. Depends on where you're at this current point. So, oh, yeah. Hold on one second. All right, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
All right, what do you? How are you doing? What Rockets?
Good. Good.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on this storm so far?
Very bad for me, but just craziest. I haven't seen this in I've not been alive to seen this something like this magnitude, but it's just been crazy. So with all the data.
Yeah, I've been watching it as well.
Crazy.
I've been watching it quite extensively. It's very concerning to look at some of these snow totals, especially with the latest runs and how they've trended further to the south. Which,
Yeah.
Okay, the 0Z is in for a lot of it in the Midwest. Let's see right here. It wants St. Louis to get 15 to 16 inches of snow, and areas in Kansas and Missouri to get over 2 feet.
Goodness.
I'm gonna be brutally honest. I don't trust it because of how aggressive it is. Now, unless I know this is factoring in real-time observations as well, but I know the HUR tends to over-convect as well. So we'll have to see what happens with this. But yeah, I can't see 2 feet of snow in the northern Kansas City metro at this current point, nor 16 inches in St. Louis, unless that rain snow line continues to drive further to the south. So there's that. So, okay. We got some more questions in on the chat. Okay, Elkins, West Virginia. All of West Virginia is pretty much under a winter storm warning at this current point. I'll pull up where Elkins is for you, just to kind of give you an idea. Yeah, that's close to. Yeah, that's in the Appalachian. That's in the upper. That's in the higher elevations in the Appalachian Mountains. That's where it is. The NWS is calling for 6 to 11 inches of snow. Models. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at those. Okay, the HUR's not all the way out, so we'll have to use the 18Z with this, unfortunately. The HUR wants you guys to get 15 inches of snow. RAP about 10. The NAM 3. NAM Nest 5. The GEM RDPS 9. GEM GDPS, like in the higher elevations, around 10. The Euro over a foot. And the GFS, based on this, like 6. So it's a little bit uncertain, but I would not be surprised if you see over a foot in those higher elevations in the Appalachian Mountains. So thank you for the question. I love the Cardinals hat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. Yeah. All right. I hope Glen Carbon gets a lot of snow. If that rain snow line continues to shift further to the south, you guys absolutely will. All right. Caswell County, North Carolina. North Carolina, I don't think. Let me take a look. North Carolina is not going to really see any snow. Freezing rain, possibly, but that would be isolated in the Appalachian Mountains. So I'll take a look where Caswell County is. I'm not familiar with North Carolina, so I'll take a quick look. Of yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's near the okay. Yeah, that's north of Greensboro. That's close to the Virginia border right there. You could see a glaze at most, but that's about it. So, all right. Okay. 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 Let's take a look at what other people are asking as of right now. Um, uh, Delavan, Illinois. What are you gonna get there? Let's take a look now. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's close to Peoria. At this current point, I wouldn't be surprised if you see over a foot of snow from it, or at least as of right now. But again, we'll have to see how this pans out. As a matter of fact, let me take a look at this. Yeah, I could see, I could potentially see up to a foot of snow in that region. Yeah. Have you tried Weather Nerds for weather radar? It updates automatically and it's free, plus it's high resolution. Let me check Weather Nerds. I'll take a look at that real quickly. Let's see. Radar sites. Is there a way I can get a composite radar on Weather Nerds? Because that would be very fun to. That would be very fun for me to use, and it would make my life a lot easier from switching back and forth from radar scope. So there's that. I mean, it's just showing reflectivity, so probably wouldn't be the best in my opinion. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So that's what we have going on with that. I'll do some more research into that as I have more time tonight. But ultimately, yeah. Okay. Okay. Someone's asking about. Okay. Hope Vandalia gets slammed with 16 or more inches of snow. Is that Vandalia, Illinois? If so, let's take a look at Vandalia, Illinois. I know. Yeah, Vandalia. You could definitely see potentially up to a little over a foot up there, but I don't think 16 inches is possible unless the Gulf of Mexico brings a lot more moisture than before. So there's that. Okay. Yeah. Hey Pat, did you know that day two is given? Did you know that day two of the convective outlook on the Storm Prediction Center website has most of Missouri getting in the general thunderstorm category? Let me take a look at that real quickly, because if that's the case, I can understand why. Yeah, I'm guessing this is because of thunder snow, but I'm not 100% sure, because John and I were talking about the threat of that last night. So, behind the scenes, and I was talking a little bit about it on David Schlauhauer's stream. So, that is possible. So, yeah. Yeah. Um. Okay. Okay. We have over 140 people in the stream right now. Thank you very much for joining. Be sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and if you have any questions, feel free to type them in. I will continue to answer them as I wait for more people to join. So there's that. Can you do Mayton, Illinois? I'm worried about driving tomorrow to work and back. I've seen everything from a foot or more to only a few inches. Let's take a look at that for you so I can ease your concerns with that. Mayton, Illinois, or Matin, Illinois. Let's take a look at that. Okay, that is in East Central Illinois. Let's take a quick look at it. Quick look at it. Winter storm warning you're under. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, they're not being too specific with it. I really wish they would be more. But basically, let's go ahead and pull up the runs and throw it you and give you the aggregate of what we're looking at. So, the HER wants 20 inches of snow. The RAP wants about 19. The NAM wants about 14. pretty aggressive over there. The Nam Nest, about, I'd say 9 to 12. The Gem RDPS pushed it a little bit further to the south, so about 6. Gem GDPS around 7, 6 or 7. The European is a little bit less so, but maybe like 6 to 9. And the GFS a little bit more aggressive. Like actually, let me take a look at the 18Z, see what's they're doing with it. About a foot. So yeah, I can understand you being concerned driving to work in that. I would say do not be surprised to see over a foot of snow in Mayton, Illinois. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong about that, but worst case scenario, I'm off by 6 inches. So yeah, okay, yeah, okay. All right. All right, D. Greenberg is asking me if Tampa is going to get rain on Monday. No, unless it's like isolated in Florida, which I can double check. Probably not. Let's take a look at precip for that. Yeah, no. Thank you for the question though, but I would say Tuesday's your more likely possibility gets a rain from this. So thank you for the question. All right, so. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Dayton, Ohio. I already answered that. You guys are looking at. Like, in my opinion, I wouldn't be surprised if you see any greater than 8 inches of snow from that. All right. Thank you for the good questions. Why would they put some parts of Missouri in a marginal risk? Mainly because of the instability, Sonny. Mainly because of that. Is Vandalia, Ohio, in the path of heavy snowfall? Let's take a look at Vandalia, Ohio, real quickly. Okay, that's north of Dayton. I would say 6 inches of snow is possible over there. Cape Girardeau. Someone's asking about Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Oh, that's a pretty good one. I know David kind of butchered the name last night on his stream, and I was kind of making fun of him about it a little bit. Shout out to David, by the way. He was a good sport about it. Cape Girardeau, at this current point, you guys could potentially get up to a half an inch of ice from this. Is Cape Girardeau under an ice storm warning? Let me take a quick look in the St. Louis WFO. Yeah, Cape Girardeau is under an ice storm warning. Do not be surprised if you see half an inch of ice. As for snow totals, I could see 2 inches, but it's going to be mainly traded for ice. Greene County, Indiana. Greene County, Indiana. Let's go ahead and take a look at that real quickly. Greene County. Okay, yeah, Greene County. Yeah, that's that's close-ish to Terre Haute. Yeah, you're going to be in the line of fire for some heavy snow. How much? Let's take a look potentially, because I know that area could see a glaze of freezing rain with this, but I wouldn't be surprised. Let's take a quick peek at the WFO over in that part of Indiana, because I just want to see what the NWS is going off of, and then looking at the models, I can jump to my own conclusion. So, yeah, 5 to 10 inches. I could see 6. I could see 8. I could even see 10. I don't see 20 inches of snow. I think the HUR is overdoing it. I do think theoretically, I think a foot of snow is possible, but I think 8 to 12 is more realistic. So. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Fort Wayne is north of the worst of it. You guys will probably get a couple of inches of snow at most. Youngstown, Ohio, will they get a lot? Probably not. I could see like 2 to 4, 3 to 5 inches at most. The majority of it's going to stay south of Youngstown. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Vandalia, Ohio, I already talked about. That's north of Dayton. I could see 6 to 10. It's not even 6 to 10. 6 to 9 inches. Emerson's, Missouri. Let's take a quick look at that. Emerson's. That is in the Ozark Plateau. Emerson's, yeah, I could see, like, you guys are mostly going to get freezing rain. Brutally honest, you guys are mostly going to get freezing rain. If you're anywhere in the Ozark Plateau, especially the eastern side of it, you're mostly going to get freezing rain. Emerson's, I think, is under an ice storm warning. Let me double check that real quickly. Emerson's, Missouri. Yeah, you're in that area of the ice storm warning. Half an inch of ice I could see, as well as like 2 inches of snow. That's my general forecast. So, yeah, okay. What about Mission, Kansas? I'm pretty sure it's already snowing there. So let's do that. Mission, Kansas, real quickly. Oh, never mind. That is very close to Kansas City. Let's take a look. Let's take a quick look at that. The short range runs want you to get absolutely pummeled. The NAMs are being a bit more conservative. The NAM Nest is 2. The Gem RDPS wants you to get pummeled. Gem GDPS wants you to get pummeled. It's very difficult for me to forecast that because of how spread out the runs are, in my opinion. Because right now in that part of in that neck of the woods, you're just south of the blizzard warning as well. I could see 8 to 12 inches for you guys personally. If it gets higher than that, I could definitely see that as well. But 8 to 12 is the most realistic. Yeah. Okay, we have ice in Kansas City right now. All right, thank you for letting me know that. I wasn't sure if radar scope was being finicky or not, because in some instances they can be. It can be. Let me go ahead and reload that up just to kind of show you guys. Thank you for letting me know, whoever put that in the chat. All right. Okay, this is interesting. Oh, precip depiction. Okay, there we go. Yeah, thank you for whoever commented on that in the chat. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was just the radar being finicky or if it was actually going to be sleeting over there or icing. Godfrey, Illinois. Godfrey, I would not be surprised if you see a foot of snow from this. Let's, okay, who else? Vandalia, Ohio. I already mentioned it beforehand. Anything for North Dakota? No, too far south, way too far south from this. All right. All right. Thank you for all the questions. Thank you for asking me a lot of the things you have been asking me. No, North Dakota. Yeah, North Dakota's not going to get anything. Unless you're talking about the cold, then North Dakota's not getting any snow. Cold's a bit of a different story, but yeah, Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Let's take a look at Pottstown, Pennsylvania for you real quickly. Actually, before we do that, I want to check the latest her run, see what they're going for. Right here, is it all the way in? Mostly. Okay. Perfect. All right, so we can kind of get an idea. Oh yeah, the her. That is interesting. Right here, the her wants Baltimore and DC to be well in the line of fire, as well as potentially looking at 10 to 12 inches of snow. So that's going to be interesting to deal with. I'm going to see if a buddy of mine would like to come on and join the stream tonight. So yeah, I'll ask him I'll ask him real quickly. All right. I'm texting him right now, seeing if he wants to come on, because he could really help get a local perspective from that. So, all right. Okay. Thank you for being patient with me on that. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Let's go ahead and look at that very quickly while I have your attention. Pottsville. Okay, I wouldn't be too surprised if you don't see that much snow from this. You're going to be likely north of the worst of it. I would say 3 to 6 personally, from what I'm seeing. So, yeah. Okay. Next one, Southern Appalachians, Asheville area. Asheville's it's like most likely gonna stay north of Asheville. So, yeah. Hancock County, Illinois. Let's take a quick look at that. All right, yeah, that's near the Iowa, Missouri, Illinois tri points right there. Let's take a look at this. Hancock County, I could see 8 to 12 inches of snow from this. I think the HER is overdoing it, so that's just my opinion. Okay, next question. Is there any more information about Kankakee, Illinois? The totals have gone from 8 inches to 3 inches. In Kankakee, it's even less now. You're looking at like 1 to 2 inches at most from this, according to her. According to the RAP, it's about like 3 or so. It's the reason for this is mainly because the snowstorm has developed further to the south than anticipated, and it's going to keep you guys as well as the Chicago area out of the line of fire, with the exception of lake effect snow. So there's that. All right. Okay. Do I anticipate any major interstates to close? I don't think they're going to close I-70, especially in the Midwest, in my opinion. I don't think they will, because it's too important of a highway. I'm not 100% sure on that. At least in Missouri and Illinois, they probably won't. But maybe in the Appalachian Mountains, maybe in West Virginia and Western Virginia, in parts of Maryland, they could close some highways if things get too hairy over there. But that's what we're looking at so far. So thank you for the question. All right. Okay, I know the National Weather Service puts on a general idea of how much snow is going to fall, but if an area gets thunder snow for several hours, can it push up the total amount of snow any? Thunder snow, like, that's usually affiliated with heavy bands of snow, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe you could push it by an inch or so, but that's about it. So, yeah. Okay, someone's asking about Shepherdsville, Kentucky, and then Knox County, Illinois. Let's knock those back to back one. Let's knock those out together, one to one. Well, not 1-to-1, but you get the general idea. We'll knock those out together. So let's go Shepherdsville, Kentucky. I think we might have already. Oh yeah, that's south of Louisville. Yeah, you guys could definitely see some snowfall from this. I could see from this. Let's go ahead and pull up the National Weather Service as well, just to kind of cross-check with them, get a general idea. I'm not solely relying on NWS and forming my own opinion based on this. They're wanting 6 to 10 inches of snow along and north of I-64, but I believe that is south of I-64 by a little bit. I could say, like, 6 inches isn't out of the realm of reality, but that does put you more in the line of fire for freezing rain, so you're going to want to pay attention to that. What's next? Knox County, Illinois, that's right. Knox County. Okay, yeah, that's near, okay, that's in northwestern Illinois. Knox County, let's see this once again. It might stay just south of you. It might stay just south of you guys. If you do get anything, I could see like 3 to 6 inches. But yeah, okay. All right. Okay, they shut down parts of I-70 in Kansas due to the ice. Vehicles sliding all over the place. Thank you for the information, by the way. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I wonder if they'll do it in Missouri and Illinois. I hope they do, but especially for safety concern, especially if there's going to be freezing rain involved. But thank you very much for letting me know about that. Okay, what is next? Could I-495 in Maryland Route 50 have closure? Also, the Baltimore-Washington Parkway. It's possible. It's possible. Um, it definitely is. Yeah, yeah. Sonny answered that pretty quickly. Thank you very much for that. They shut down I-57 in Illinois. It's a north-south interstate. Not often, but I have seen it closed. Have they shut it down now, or was this in the past? If they shut it down now that's interesting. Right there. All right, all right. Keokuk, Illinois. Let's take a look at the amount of snowfall for that. Let's see. No, that's in the extreme southern portion of Iowa. Um, let me take a quick look at this. I know the Her wants you to get buried by a lot of snow in that part of the woods, like at least a foot of snow. But given the southward shift of the models, I don't see that much falling over there. Let's take a look at NWS. Oh, you're on the southern fringe of that winter storm warning, though. That is pretty interesting. Let's take a look at what we're looking at for you guys. 5 and 9 inches. I could see 6. But if it continues to shift further to the south, you're likely not going to get any. That's just my opinion. But at this current point, I see 6 inches. It's a very precarious spot to get snow. Indianapolis, Indiana. I've been watching it very closely. I know some runs have wanted to get like 20 inches of snow. No, I think a foot in Indianapolis is feasible. But if the snow keeps pushing further to the south, I would see those areas, especially like Hamilton County and areas north like Fishers, those snow totals to decrease. I have a few friends who live in the Indianapolis suburbs. I've been talking to them about it. I could see 8 to 12 inches of snow from it. Okay. Next question. Hi, how much snow will fall in central New Jersey along the I-95 corridor? Okay, central New Jersey along that corridor, like I wouldn't see that much snow, honestly. I wouldn't particularly see that much. What's going to happen in southern New Jersey? There's a more likely possibility you guys get snow. Like, let's go ahead and take a look at it over there in that region. Yeah, okay, never mind. Southern New Jersey, let's also look at some other runs as well. Here's the GFS as well. Southern New Jersey, it's a bit more precarious, but I could see 6 inches of snow happening from it as well. So we're going to have to pay attention to that. Okay, that's a little too far out. I'll talk about that in another video, but yeah, there were calls for another snowstorm to hit the region over there. Derby, Indiana. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at that. While I'm doing that, be sure to like the stream and subscribe to the channel if you are new. The goal is to get more people engaged with weather. We have 165 people in the chat right now, so let's go ahead and like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and do all those things right there. Derby, yeah, Derby's going to be pretty interesting. Is Derby in the ice storm warning? I'm going to take a quick look at that right now. No, they are not. Okay. The area around Derby, let's take a quick look at that. Okay. All right, just took a quick look at that WFO over there. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and run. Okay, that's the 18Z. I want the 0Z. The 0Z is out. The 0Z wrap is out. Okay, let's see what we have here with this new information for the Midwest. Okay, it puts the southern suburbs of St. Louis and Kansas City in that freezing rain line, and it looks like the inversion is not as high up as initially anticipated according to the wrap. So it looks like it's going to be less of a sleet threat and more of a freezing rain threat for those of you in potentially central and southern Missouri. And if you had to pick which one's a worse threat, sleet or freezing rain, I would take freezing rain any day of the week as a worse threat. But in the northern parts of the suburbs, you won't get into that that line until the evening, but we'll have to see what happens with that, and we'll have to see how this pans out. But regardless of that very serious situation, compare that to the 12Z. Just out of curiosity, I want to see what they did with this. Okay, so this is what we have right here, and then for the 0Z, yeah, it's the whole line shifted to the south. So we're continuing to see these southward trends, like even from 21 to 15Z. Yeah, we're seeing these southward trends continuing. So that is good news for potentially the Kansas City and St. Louis and even parts of the Indianapolis suburbs. But that is very bad news for the Ozark Plateau, for southern Illinois, especially southern SIU Carbondale, that area, Kentucky, southern Indiana, those areas. So we're going to have to pay attention to that. So, yeah. What's up?
Hey, that's where actually like around where I live. So these trends are not that good for us.
Yeah,
Not good. I was not liking the trends when I saw it, and it gives us about like an inch about. So I'm not that happy, honestly.
I will say this with those southern, like an inch of ice, or
Well, some, not now, luckily, but they're still showing about like 0.8 to point 0.6 to 0.8 and around there. I was sorry, I said an inch, but that was like earlier model, so I apologize. for
okay.
that.
Thank you very much. I will say that points like if you said an inch of ice, I was gonna say yeah, that's likely not going to happen with this. You could
Yeah,
see
sorry.
3/4 of an inch, but not an inch. But
Yeah, that's what I meant more. Sorry,
Okay.
yeah, that's what I meant.
all right, thank you for that. But yeah, that southern shift was going to put more of SIU Carbondale and areas in the Ozark Plateau in the line of fire. So yeah. Okay. How about Dayton, Ohio? I keep hearing different totals. Cheers. Dayton, Ohio. I would not be surprised if you see 8+ inches from it. The South. What should you be worried in Cokeville, Tennessee? That's about an hour north. We're north at about an hour east of Nashville. I will say this is pretty interesting. You might get a little snow on like the back end side of it, a little bit, but you're mainly going to get rain. I wouldn't be too worried about it. So, yeah. What is the severe weather forecast for tomorrow? I'm worried about relatives for Shreveport, Louisiana. Right now, we have an enhanced risk of severe weather issued for parts of the deep south, like Louisiana, Arkansas, and Mississippi. Shreveport is west of the enhanced. The main threat is wind, although they have put a 10-hatch tornado risk because of isolated supercells, because this low is moving slower than what we were forecasting. Would the Tulsa area get at least a flake or two? Let's take a quick look at the Tulsa area. Okay, that's the wrap, the her, just to double check that as well. It's possible you get a flurry or two, but you're not going to see any accumulation. That's just my opinion right there. So, thank you for asking. I really appreciate it. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for all the questions tonight, folks. We really appreciate that, and we really appreciate you staying on for our coverage of the stream. So we'll have to see what's going on. So, yeah. So, yeah. All right. So, okay, Lexington, Virginia. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at Lexington, Virginia. Okay. Yeah, that's in the Appalachian. That's in the Appalachian Mountains. Okay, that's close-ish to Blacksburg in Virginia. Let's take a quick look at this realistically. Let's see. I know we've seen a southward shift in the runs, and we have the her giving that area around there like around a foot or so. It's really going to be hard with the runs. It's very difficult because there's a lot more uncertainty, especially in central Virginia and in the Appalachian regions. But we can kind of try to extrapolate over the extrapolators a little bit. So let's take a quick look right here. Okay, yeah, winter storm warning. Total snow accumulation between 1 and 5 inches. Right now, like that part of Virginia is very uncertain. It's hard for me to forecast, but if you put a gun to my head, I'd say like 3 to 6 personally. Okay. So, all right. Thank you very much for the question. All right. So, in the meantime, though, we're still waiting for more data. We're still waiting for more information to come in. We are still also watching the event take place so far. Like right now, what we're seeing on with radar is there's a lot of heavy bands of snow, and there's also some bands of freezing rain and sleet. With this, right now, I'm noticing with the Kansas City radar, we're seeing quite a bit of snow and quite a bit of freezing rain. Let's go ahead and see how intense this is right here. Okay, yeah, a lot of the snow parts of it, we're seeing potentially up to 30 dBz, which is pretty strong for snowfall right here. 25 dBz is also really strong for that as well. We're seeing some pretty intense snow bands organizing and develop in Kansas, in Nebraska, in Missouri, like even in areas around Omaha is seeing snowfall from this. And Iowa is starting to see more snowfall from this. It's not going to be that much. It's going to stay to the south of that. But holy smokes, we have a whole situation going on. So, yeah, we got quite the issue going on as this storm continues to organize. So, here we go. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at and see if we have any questions so far. Noblesville, Indiana. Let's take a look at Noblesville, Indiana. All right, that is north of Indianapolis. I could see 6 inches of snow from in that area, but that's my opinion. Did I hear that correct? In Kentucky declare a state of emergency? Yes, Kentucky did declare a state of emergency. Just for you guys to know, they did declare a state of emergency. Yeah, they are. Thank you very much for that. Am I going live tomorrow for the severe weather? I'm not 100% sure. It depends on what I have to do. So, yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But I appreciate you for asking me that. So, all right, wonderful. Okay. All right, Rockets. What are your thoughts on what you have, or what you're seeing with all this stuff so far?
It's about the same, but like just bad, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, it's
I would
quite.
say so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite interesting how this is panning out, and we have a lot more to talk about as well as we get more data. I'm going to check. I know it's only been a couple of hours since I initialized, but I'm going to see if any of the other runs have started to trickle in. Oh, the NAM Nest has started to trickle in.
Yeah. I'm about to say that. Yeah, the NAM is getting in now.
Yeah, the NAM Nest is. Let's see what the NAM is doing. Okay, let's. What I'm looking, I don't really trust the NAM. Yeah, it's still overdoing the whole. It's still overdoing the sleet snow line. It's overdoing the inversion still, but let's see what we had compared to the 12Z. Okay. Okay, the NAM shifted further to the south, so we are seeing.
So you can see that on the ice too.
Yep.
Just like the line too.
Yep. That shifted further to the south. That's going to put that. I hope that puts Kansas City and St. Louis less in the line of fire, but at the same time, that's going to put more of Kentucky, more of southern Illinois, more of southern Indiana in the line of fire. So it's a bit of a trade-off. So there's that. But yeah, okay, the NAM's coming in. So ultimately, we're continuing to see that shift, and these runs are also based on real-time observations. So ultimately, what I'm gathering from this as I continue to cover this is, number one, the low pressure system developed further south than anticipated, and the models are kind of acting accordingly. Number two, this does look like it's going to be a stronger system than anticipated, so we could see this storm outperform expectations. But at the same time, I know the Her and the Wrap are going like 20 plus inches of snow all over the place. And I'm very hesitant on those because I think they're overdoing the amount of snowfall. And they're likely also not taking into account how snow compacts, because as snow continues to accumulate, once you get over a foot of snow, it's going to start compacting and getting more dense because the weight of the snow above and is going to start crushing into the weight below, and it's ultimately going to compact the snow instead of maybe like 20 inches down to like maybe like 16, 17 or so. So I also think that's a factor, but regardless of that, we're going to have to see how this whole situation pans out. And we still have well over 160 people in chat. Thank you for all the love and support you've given tonight. This is the most viewership we have had for a winter weather stream. So be sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you are new. The goal is to get more people engaged with weather. So it would be much appreciated if you did that. But with that being said, we are continuing to track these runs as they continue to come in. But I will tell you this. After the 0Z runs are in, I am not touching any more models because at that point, you don't need to. You can just watch the storm as it's evolving. The only reason I'm using the 0Z runs is because they use real-time conditions and they give an idea of what's going to be potentially happening in Ohio, in Pennsylvania, in West Virginia, in Maryland, in Washington, D.C., Delmarva, New Jersey. That's why I'm using them. After tonight, I'm not using models anymore. I'm using real-time conditions, so stay tuned for that.
Pat.
Yeah.
I would look at the tolls of the NAMIS. They have uptrended a huge amount. Yeah, the NAMIS. Sorry, I meant the NAMIS.
The NAM Nest?
Yeah, NAMIS. They usually it's not the best model, but it's uptrended enough that it's a significant difference, in my opinion.
Okay.
It's like different. Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
the NAM Nest.
I meant the ice. I meant the ice. Sorry. I meant the
Oh,
ice.
ice, freezing rain.
Yeah, my bad.
Okay.
My bad. Yeah.
Oh, they definitely have. They definitely have
Yeah.
uptrended on the ice. However, I am very, very reluctant to trust this. Like, an inch and a half of ice is not going to happen.
That's true. Yeah.
That's not going to happen because at this current point, I don't see that happening right now. But I am concerned about the spread of the ice as well. It's all over much of Kentucky. Snow accumulation. Yeah, the NAM Nest, I'm having a hard time believing right now, but it's not all the way out, so we'll see what happens in the back end of it as it continues to come in. The NAM, okay, the NAM's mostly in. Let's see what they're going for. Okay, that's interesting. Let's compare it to the 12Z. Oh, it's a massive uptrend. Even a huge uptrend from the 18Z, and it pushes the line further to the south. Okay.
Wow.
Another run calling for a southward shift, ladies and gentlemen. Holy hell. What do I think about Charlottesville, Virginia? Charlottesville is a bit interesting. It's a little bit in that kind of gray area of uncertainty as to what's going to be happening over there. I know you're under a winter storm warning for 1 to 5 inches of snow over there. Right now, I would defer to the NWS and wait. I'd wait till tomorrow morning to give you a better update because you'll still have time to prepare and do all that stuff anyway. But thank you for the question. I wish I could answer it better, but for now, defer to the NWS. So there's that. All right. Yeah. Okay. And yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is heading south. It's not necessarily heading south. The low developed further south. That's really what's been going on right here. So that's the kind of predicament that a lot of you guys are in right now. So, yeah. News said 8 to 12 inches of snow. Yeah, I would not be that surprised, honestly, mainly because of these southward shifts. But for now, I am a little uncertain, and I would defer to the NWS. So, for now, and local news coverage. I'm not the Wizard of Oz or anything like that. I'm not this weather guru that can forecast everything perfectly, but I can at least get you to some extent of the truth. So, there's that. But yeah, that is very concerning what I'm seeing among all these runs. I will say the trade-off is that the big metro areas, Kansas City, St. Louis, Indianapolis, Columbus, are going to stay out of that rain. Are going to stay mostly out of that rain sleet line if it continues to push further to the south. But that also puts areas that are not used to this kind of ice in the line of fire. So it's kind of a bit of a trade-off. It's that trolley scenario that we learn about in physics. So yeah, that's the kind of situation where we have. So yeah, thank you for staying on the stream tonight, guys, and letting me continue this coverage. So we're almost at 100 likes on the stream. That's absolutely incredible. Be sure to like the stream. That would be much appreciated. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me go ahead and. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. But regardless of that, for those of you who are just tuning in, we are seeing a continuing escalation of events where the runs are pushing further to the south, and the storm is outperforming expectations on the ground. We're going to have to see how this pans out, but so far it is doing a good job of developing and really causing a lot of havoc to a lot of areas so far. It's not causing a lot of havoc now, but it will eventually. I know in Kansas they shut down parts of I-70 because of the ice that was falling on, so that's the kind of stuff we are paying attention to right now. So there's that. Okay, so that's that. That's the her with this system as well, and we can also pull up as well the Mid-Atlantic part and kind of show you what's going on with that. But ultimately, that's the kind of situation we are dealing with. Yeah, let's get Pat 12K before the end of the year. We're a little bit past that, so yeah. What about what's Pittsburgh looking like for the storm? I could see about 5 inches or so from it. I initially thought it would get to 24 max, but now I think the max will probably be 18 or less. Yeah, I agree with that. Unless we get some news out of Kansas or Missouri that, oh my goodness, we're seeing a massive amount of snowfall. We gotta pay attention to this, guys. So yeah, there's that. We'll have to pay attention to it though. I'll keep tabs on it. All right. Okay, so what else is there to really take a look at? Because there's also the little bit of a problem afterward where we not just get snow and ice from this. Oh, John's on. Hey, John, what's going on?
Nothing much. Just got off. We got some snowflakes starting to come down over here.
All right, we got snow over there. We got snow where you're at.
Yeah, just some light snow flurries. Nothing much.
All right, what have you been seeing so? What have you been seeing so far? Like, what's the scene been like?
It's been chaotic.
I'm not that surprised. But have you had time to take a look at the recent runs? We're seeing the 0Z runs. They're shifting further to the south.
I haven't really had a chance to.
That's fine.
I'm still in my car, but whenever I get home, I can take a look at that.
Yeah, take a look at that and take all the time you need. If snow is already starting to fall where you're at, I would travel safely, especially as the storm continues to develop. So thank you for coming on the stream.
Yeah.
You're really going to be a lot of help tonight as we continue to cover this. So
yeah, no problems. Thought I'd give my current observation on what's been going on.
yeah, I know this scene at the grocery stores has absolutely been insane around the area. I have multiple friends telling me that.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
So there's that. What does it mean if it keeps moving south? It means this ice is going to move further to the south, and it means the snow is going to move further to the south. So that's generally what it means. We have snow now in Kansas City, Missouri. Okay, we have snow over there, so it looks like the sleets and snow is kind of transitioning back and forth over there, it seems. And I think the radar's having a little bit difficult of a time picking it up. If you're tuned in from the northern Kansas City suburbs, is it sleeting? Is it freezing rain? Or is it snow? If you're from St. Joseph, is it snowing right now? If you're in St. Louis, is it is it snowing right now? Like, I want to know what's going on over there, because I'm not sure if radar scope is just being radar scope or if this is actually happening. So if anyone else is from those regions, please let me know. So, yeah. All right. All right. All right. Thank you for that. Okay. But yeah. All right. Rockets, what are your thoughts on everything you've seen so far?
Yeah. Well, I do pretty bad, but I am actually seeing some flakes by my area now.
Okay.
So I'm getting some little flakes in southern Illinois, about like middle of middle of far southern Illinois.
All right.
So that's good because I like snow.
Yeah. You're not going to like the freezing rain.
No, I will not, because I don't want power outages. I am
Oh,
not
absolutely
gonna like
not. We
that.
haven't even mentioned those yet. Power outages are going to be
Yeah,
a problem.
yeah, and like just stocks, and it's not gonna be good.
Yeah,
I just hope it's just
yeah, go
just
ahead.
doesn't
Sorry.
break it.
No, continue.
No. Oh, okay. I just hope it. I just hope it just. I just hope it just. Just calms it down, and I hope we just get. I hope it just like stays or like sleet more than freeze. In my opinion, I think freezing rain is worse, but they're both not good. I hope get rain, then get snow, which would be the best case scenario. But that seems like it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah. Someone's from Xenia, Ohio. Yeah, Xenia, Ohio in the house. Yeah, Xenia is going to be interesting. That's close to Dayton. You guys definitely could see a few inches of snow from like 8+ inches of snow from it over there in Xenia. That's my opinion so far. So, yeah, shout out to you guys over there. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. So yeah, we're finally starting to get some people in here. Yeah. Yeah. Hold. We might get another person in soon. But yeah, we're getting the crew back together. So hopefully we have an idea of what we're looking at. Yeah, things are continuing to escalate across much of the Midwest. We're gonna have to watch this whole scenario as it unfolds, and we're gonna have to figure out kind of where the worst impacts are going to be, and see how the system evolves as well. Right now, things are getting pretty good. Okay, the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia, like the Shenandoah Valley. Okay, that's near the Appalachians. I know where that is. That's around northern-ish region of Virginia. Yeah, you guys are definitely going to see some snow from this. How much? I'm not going to say a foot. I'm not going to say something crazy like a foot or something like that. Let me take a quick look at what we're potentially looking at. Mountainous regions are definitely going to see more than the valley, but I could definitely see like 8 to 12 inches over there. That's my possibility in the Shenandoah Valley. In the mountains over there, I could definitely see higher amounts, like over a foot in the higher elevations. Thank you for the question. Let's see. Harrisonburg, Virginia. Let's go ahead and take a look at Harrisonburg, Virginia. Harrisonburg, Virginia. Okay, that is near. Yeah, that's in the Shenandoah Valley. Same situation, 8 to 12 inches. So, yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. My guess was 12 or more. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. I'm on the east side of the Blue Ridge. Literally, I'm right there. Pat, what about Newmarket, Maryland? I have friends there. Thanks, Colton. Let me go ahead and check that out over there. Newmarket, Maryland. Okay, yeah, that's near Frederick. I could definitely see, like, I could potentially, looking right now, I could see 8 to 12 from it, but it's too early to determine, so we'll have to see what happens. So, thank you for the question. What could I see in Wheeling, West Virginia? Wheeling, West Virginia. Let's go ahead and pull that up real quickly. Oh yeah, that's in the northern cusp of it, of West Virginia over here. It's a little bit difficult. It depends on where the system eventually organizes and pushes for, how this develops. Because the models are showing more of a southward trend, you're not going to see as much snow as what you would probably have seen a couple nights ago. It's hard for me to gauge because it's difficult for me to kind of predict how the system's going to end up moving. But you are under a winter storm watch, so in Wheeling. So let's go ahead and take a look at that very quickly. Between 4 and 6 inches. Yeah, I gotta agree with that, especially with that southward shift. That's what I'm thinking for that. Thank you for the question. So west of Charlottesville, Afton Mountain. I already talked a little bit about it. I think the upper elevations could see over a foot of snow from it. So, yeah, thank you very much. There might be airport closures if you decide to fly. Yeah, I was talking to my friend Matt about it. Sonny, we've been watching it very extensively. We're hoping his flight doesn't get affected by it, but yeah, we'll have to see how it pans out. Yeah. If John Denver's saying about your area, you will be getting snowed in. Yeah. How much snow could I see in Ashburn, Virginia? Ashburn, Virginia. Let's take a quick look at Ashburn. Okay, that's in Loudoun County, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I could see 10 inches of snow from that. We'll have to pay attention to it though. Thank you for asking. I really appreciate it. So, yeah. It's most definitely snowing in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm on the south side of Kansas City, and it's snowing pretty good. All right, thank you very much for the observation. That really helps out and gives us an idea of what's going to be potentially going on. So thank you very much over there. And it also helps us determine where that sleet line is. So, yeah. Do I think Topeka, Kansas will get more snow or ice? You're under a blizzard warning. You're going to see more snow. You're going to get, especially on that backside of it, you're definitely going to see more snow from it. Definitely. So that's what we have. Okay, let's shift over here. Yeah, more of the NAMs coming out. More rockets, more of the NAMs out, and we're getting some more snow accumulations. They've shifted further to the south. Like the bulkiest, and it's been the bulkiest snow has shifted to the south by quite a lot. But at the same time, I don't like the snow amounts, especially St. Louis south. Like, I don't trust it.
Ooh.
I don't trust it because I think it's overdoing the sleet. It's overdoing the inversion. Like I said, I think it's having that kind of bias. So we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Okay. Why are we not showing any snow from McHenry County, Illinois? You're in the Chicago area. This storm is moving south from you guys at this current point. You might see like lake effect on the eastern side of it, but you're not going to see any snow from it. So, yeah, okay. There will be ice fishing in Kentucky this week. Probably not. Probably not on the lakes. Yeah. Yeah, probably not.
Probably not.
I want to go ice fishing.
What's up? You'll go ice fishing, Sonny?
Yeah.
Of course.
Good luck.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
Yeah, have fun with that. Let
That's all
us
I gotta
know how
say.
that goes. But yeah, if the Arctic temperatures do give you a few days of cold, then it might freeze a lake enough for you to potentially do that. But at the same time, we'll have to watch those. Which, speaking of the Arctic temperatures, this snow is not, and ice is, unless you have like a lot of salt and you have a snowblower and stuff, is not going anywhere anytime soon. Because you have an Arctic blast going right behind this. And it's really going to keep the snow there for quite a while. So if you're hoping this will melt in the next couple of days, it's not. You have a high pressure system moving out into the Great Plains. It's going to bring some very cold temperatures. In fact, this severe weather in the south is going to be part of a very powerful cold front. It's going to be developing along that line, along that boundary line, and it's really going to cause a lot of problems, especially in the deep south with temperatures in the upper 20s to low 30s at night, which in areas that don't experience this. So, yeah, we'll have to see what pans out. So I just thought I'd bring that up to your guys' attention. How much snow will there be in Sumter, South Carolina? South Carolina is probably not getting any snow from this, to be brutally honest. Where is Sumter at? Yeah, you're not getting any snow. You are not going to get any snow from this at this current point, not from this storm. So it's not going to happen. Thank you for the question, though. Okay. In the meantime, though, we will continue to watch how this whole system will evolve. So, yeah. All right. But yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free to type them into the chat. I'm just analyzing runs so far to kind of see what we're looking at. Here's the 18Z.
Oh, so
what's up,
Pat? Somebody wants to see pictures.
Oh yes, absolutely. Give me 1 second. I know where you can send them. Just give me a second to do that. All right, let me go ahead and post this. This is the link to our Discord server and chat right here. If you want to send us photos, join the Storms United Discord server. It would really appreciate. We'd really appreciate if you did that. Send us photos, and we will share them on stream with you tonight. If you do that, if you join the Discord server, it's in the pinned chat. How many inches of snow for Randallstown, in Baltimore County, Maryland? That's a bit tough right now because of these southward shifts, but I can try to answer that for you. Okay, you're northwest of Baltimore. I could see 6 inches of snow from it. So yeah. But yeah, if you guys want to send us pictures, join the Storms United Discord server, and we will put them in. There's a holding. We'll let you in real quickly. There is a holding room. You have 3 questions to ask. Are you over the age of 13? Have you read the rules? And where did you find the server, which is obviously our stream? So go ahead and answer those questions, and we will let you in real quickly. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we got someone in right now. Let's go ahead and give him that. Oh, it's one of our members as well, Theodore Johnson. Shout out to you, by the way. So there's that. But yeah, feel free to send us photographs of the storm over there. We're gonna get you guys in there. But yeah, thank you for asking those questions. We really appreciate that, and we will show those on stream. All right, wonderful. But with that being said, we're continuing to watch this system as well, and we're continuing to answer your questions tonight. So, any ideas about the areas just south of Dayton, Ohio? I'm seeing different amounts. I'm thinking you're going to get at least 8 inches of snow. Do you have Cash App for your life tomorrow?
Oh gosh.
What is? Oh man, I don't use Cash App. If you want to donate to the stream, there's a super chat feature. Go ahead and do that. We would really appreciate it if you did that. Feel free to do it there. It's not a mix of it's now a mix of snow and sleet with wind. Okay, thank you very much. Will northern Indiana be affected much in terms of snow? No. Couple inches at most, and majority of it will be lake effect. Do you think the snow could shift more south? Maybe a little bit, but not that much. Are we going to see snow next week in Abilene, Texas? That's the first question of that what we're seeing from the long range models from that. So I'm gonna briefly. I don't. Part of me should. Part of me, if you do, you guys want me to cover that? If I can, if you guys want me to, but if not, but because the main focus is on this storm, obviously. But if you guys want me to cover it, I'll do it. But I am a little reluctant because of how far out it is. But at this current point, in my opinion, based on what I'm seeing with this, it's just too early from what I'm seeing. It's just too early. That's what the European's showing. That's what the GFS is showing. And that part of it in the Mid-Atlantic, that's a combination of several storms. At this point, it's too early. I'm not even going to go there until probably the next couple of days. Once we get more data and information. Oh, hold on one second. Okay, you answered. Oh, never mind. I think I already let you in. Either that or or a member of our staff did. So yeah, go to general weather chat, and if you can access that and post your photographs in there, we'll show them on stream. And this is for anyone on the stream that is currently active. So just thought I'd offer. Okay, we'll do that. All right, fantastic. But yeah, all right, okay. Sorry, guys. I'm just looking at a few things. I'm just looking at the radar. Actually, I'll shift to the radar scope imagery right now. Radar scope. Let's take a look at it real quickly. Here's what we have in Springfield. Bit of a mix of snow and sleet right now. In Kansas, that's going to quickly transition to mostly snow in the next couple of hours or so, I would say. That's my opinion, as that aversion gets cooled down. So that's what we're looking at right now for you guys tuning in. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Once again, be sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It helps us get more people engaged with weather. And if you have any more questions, feel free to type them into the chat. We'll be happy to answer them for you guys. Okay. All right, Sunny Rockets, what are your thoughts on everything you've seen so far?
Like I said again, just bad, but like yeah, shift south. Not the best for Kentucky, as they are preparing, but it could be worse than they're expecting it. Not put as much salt, so let's just hope get the word out to people about that.
Yeah. Okay, this is interesting. Christy in Ohio says the Chiefs are stranded at the Kansas City airport. Is that true?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
If that's the case, that is a problem.
I think it might be true.
Could one of you guys look that up for me, please? Because if that's the case, that's a really big problem.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Because they're supposed to play in Denver tomorrow. They're supposed to play in Denver tomorrow. And there ain't no way in hell Arrowhead Stadium is going to allow this. It is?
Yeah, this is.
Oh, you've got to be
Wow.
kidding me.
What's the problem?
Let's see. Let's take a quick look. Oh, yes, they are. They are.
Oh crap.
Yeah,
Yeah, 4 hours today.
they departed. The Chiefs finally departed for Denver. Okay, this was 3 hours ago, so not. So
Yeah.
this isn't. So this. Yeah, it's good thing they got out of there before it got worse. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
Yeah.
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 Oh
Okay,
boy.
so what my piece from Merit is, it's a dry snot. That's after the first wave goes through that dry snot will probably cut the totals down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For sure. For sure. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you guys in chat or on the call want to cover, or uh, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Because I've been watching this for the last. Well, I'm gonna see if we can see if I'm gonna check to make sure if other model runs haven't sent in yet. Okay, no, they haven't. They will later tonight.
All right.
I'm gonna check pivotal weather.
I don't think so because I think I just checked, but
Yeah, I'll take a look at some of the runs. Let's see. The icon, yeah, the icon's not in just yet. Yeah, the NAM, the wrap, the RDPS. Okay. Well, at least we're getting some 0Z runs in, but that's the most of the data that we have. Okay, the 1Z her is in.
Oh
And-
yeah, I've heard of that.
I normally don't look at the hourly stuff, but I will for this case just to kind of see what we're seeing, what we're going to be looking at the next. Okay, the her wants parts of Kansas to get 2 feet of snow. Still, I don't know. I feel like it's a little untrustworthy. I feel like they're going just a little aggressive on that. But granted, this isn't even before. This is before the storm stops, and based on what I'm seeing, it's giving St. Louis 10 inches of snow by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The her. What is the 0Z showing? About 8. So, continuing to show that shift. Yeah, St. Louis is going to be in the line of fire for this. So is parts of Kansas City. Okay. Is the January 10th storm expected to be snowier in northern Indiana than the current one? Too early to tell.
Ooh,
Too early
yeah.
to tell. Will Ohio get a blizzard? This will likely not be that severe in Ohio. Blizzard conditions will likely extend from Kansas and up until central Illinois, but the winds should weaken by the time it gets to Ohio. Thank you for asking, though. But all right. Will Prince William Virginia get snow? How much? Yeah, Prince William's under that winter storm warning. I could see 6 to 10 inches of snow from it as of right now, from what I've been able to gather. But yeah, that's not good how this system is evolving. So, yeah, definitely exceeding expectations, and that is a very, very bad sign of things to come. But regardless, it is still early. It is still developing. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow. So, yeah. Oh, hold on a second. We got someone else who wants to come in.
Oh yeah, Weather Nerd. I saw him.
Yeah,
in the
Connor's wanting
audience.
to come in.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you, Connor.
Yes,
What's up?
you weather.
Let me get on speaker. I can't really hear. Hang on.
All right, take your time.
Okay.
All right, you
There we
ready?
go. I can hear you guys now.
Okay, what are your thoughts on this storm?
Well, I just now got back from a long trip, so I'm just now looking at it, but it looks like it's getting pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a family member. I have a couple family members that's gonna get it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're in Cincinnati, Ohio. They're
Okay.
gonna get some of it.
Yeah, they're gonna get hammered by this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard there's gonna be snow and then ice and then back to snow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not looking. Let me see. I'm back looking at the models. All new information. This is all new to me right now.
Sure. For sure.
Let me see.
Yeah. Hey, for those of you tuning in from the St. Louis area, is it snowing or is it sleeting right now, or neither? Just checking. Just want to know because I'm looking at radar scope right now.
A little rain band. Little band.
All right. In the meantime, though, we do have some more questions. Snow totals for Brookville, Ohio. Let's take a quick look at that. Okay, Brookville, that is near Dayton. I could see +8 inches of snow over there. Same with Xenia. How much in New Jersey? South Jersey could see up to 6 inches of snow. Central Jersey, like 3. North Jersey, not very much. In Prince William, will there be ice or all snow? Too early to tell. We're not 100% sure because that rain-ice line kind of breaks off into that snow-ice line breaks off to your classic rain-snow line as it gets to the mid-Atlantic. The northern parts of that line become snow, and the southern parts become rain. There could be some freezing rain with it, but it's going to at least 90% of it's going to be snow.
I see where the bullseye is going to be, Pat.
Yeah, I see it too.
In central, western, central Kentucky, up to 1.5 feet.
Yeah, someone in chat said Cincinnati's going to get 2 inches of snow. I don't think so.
The GFS,
No.
the newest GFS is calling for 11 to 12 inches of snow in Cincinnati. So
Yeah, I think honestly, like 8 to 12 inches is where I would lean, but we'll have to see what happens. Okay, there's snow flurries. Thank you, Theodore. 0 snow in St. Louis City right now. Huron Tropical Tibbetts is showing 28 inches. That's in Kansas. Do not trust it. Do not trust it. Topeka, Kansas is showing light freezing rain now for a few hours. Decent glaze on most surfaces, starting to increase and getting gusty. Well above Cincinnati. What about Cincinnati, like 15 miles northeast of Cincinnati, like the Loveland, Mason area? Similar situation, generally.
speaking on that, you know what's interesting, Pat?
What?
Is the newest HRRR is having a bullseye of 14 to 15 inches of snow over the entire Cincinnati metro.
I find that a little hard to believe, honestly, predominantly because of just the intensity of it, and I think the HRRR is overdoing it a bit.
Yeah, it's weird what the HRRR is doing, though. Like, it's showing like that, and then like 7 to 8 inches south of that, and then there's a random cutoff in like central West Virginia where it's only like 5 inches of snow. It's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
but,
man. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
And also what's weird about the HRRR model is it's showing, let me pull it up here. There's this random, like if you, towards the end of the 0Z too, it's showing like up to 12 inches of snow in southern Jersey, which again, as you said, that's probably overdoing it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, speaking of southern Jersey, how much snow? Okay, someone's asking me, what are the chances of snow tracking a bit north so central Jersey can see more? Probably not right now. Is it possible? Yes, but it's unlikely at this current point. Just checking what my chances are. Okay, sorry. Lexington, Kentucky. Let's take a quick look at this. Lexington looks like you guys could see some see quite a bit of snow from this, but I'm mainly concerned about the ice in that part of Kentucky. Yeah, I could definitely see like a half an inch of ice for Lexington and a few inches of snow on top of that. So, yeah, okay. Is the cutoff the Appalachians? No. Snow's gonna continue past the Appalachians. So there's that. Models uptrending for lake effect in Chicago, and NWS is gonna put out an advisory or watch in later updates. Is that certain? Do you have that information?
Is that official?
Is that official, or is
Is that true?
yeah? If that's true, then that's gonna be a little problematic. All right, how many inches in Clittville, Ohio? Yeah, Clittville, Ohio. Let's quickly answer that very quickly. It's in their discussion. Let me take a look at their AFD.
Oh,
Let me take a look at the AFD. I want to vet this.
forecast.
Yeah, I want to vet this just to make sure. All right. Okay, forecast discussion. Okay, let's see this. All right, tomorrow afternoon, the system snow. Taking a look at this. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yep, I see it. Confidence in such conditions developing is highest across the portions of Ford, Iroquois, and Benton counties, which snow accumulations of 2 to locally 5 inches are favored. So felt a course of least regret is to issue a winter weather advisory from 7 p.m. Sunday to 7 a.m. Monday. Of course, if the eventual path develops further to the south, wintry conditions may very well not materialize in our winter weather advisory area. And then for the lake effect snow, let's take a quick look. A winter weather advisory may be needed for Lake County and Cook County. Oh, yeah, it's in their discussion.
oh,
Yep. I see it.
okay.
That's
yeah,
official.
Pat.
That is official. What's up?
There's also something that I don't think has been mentioned, but there's certainly going to be high wind warnings for all the apps. It actually looks pretty serious.
Where at?
And the Appalachians, high wind warnings.
Oh, that's going to be problematic.
It's showing at the top of Mount Mitchell Monday afternoon, sustained winds of 45 miles an hour, gusting to 70 to 75.
Is that with snow?
That's also with snow.
Wow.
If that visibility
That
drops
might-
to less
that
than a
might be
quarter
a
of a mile,
blizzard,
that's going to be
too.
a blizzard warning.
Yeah, blizzard warning.
And the problem is, too, is even if the winds don't get quite that strong, even if they're like 20, 30, gusting to 60, wind chills are going to be in the single digits. And remember what Helene did to all those people up there.
Oh, yeah.
A lot
that's
of them
gonna,
are still
oh,
intense.
yeah. There's no power. There's still not a lot of power in that part of North Carolina.
So they're going to freeze.
Oh.
It's not looking good.
This is not looking good at all.
Oh.
Ooh. Also,
Yeah,
the
it's showing a wind chill. It's showing a wind chill on top of Mount Mitchell Monday night of -10.
that's really bad.
Wow.
That's really bad. Thank you, Connor.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right. Who else is here?
Thank you,
Okay.
man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just curious to see if... All right. Thank you for the lake effect stuff. I really do appreciate you having me take a look at that. Be sure to like the stream and subscribe to the channel if you are new. The goal is to get more people engaged with weather, and we will continue that as we continue our coverage with this storm. We have a lot. We have covered a lot tonight, and we still have a lot to cover for the next little while. So stay tuned. Stay tuned, I guess. Right now, we're just watching and seeing the returns of the data continuing to pile in, and we'll have hopefully some more information in the next few hours. So, yeah. Although I will say the HER is really ramping up on the lake effect by quite a bit.
Ooh.
it's situating over at first Lake and Cook County, and then moving into Lake County, Indiana, and then probably Porter County. We'll have to see what happens, but it's giving areas like east of Kenosha 8 inches of snow in Wisconsin, and that's early on. If that pans out, that's going to be a problem for a lot of areas in Chicago. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Oh boy.
I
Go ahead.
I actually have a question for you, Pat.
Sure.
For Southern Illinois, do you think the 0-0 HRRR is overestimating the sleet a bit, because it looks a really messy on the sleet versus the ice line?
I'm taking a look at it. Yeah, I can see that. I think the HRRR's overdoing and especially in Southern Illinois, like around Carbondale. I think it's overdoing the inversion and how tall it's gonna be, how high up it's gonna be a little bit, but it's not nearly as it's not nearly as discreet as the NAM. It's much it's much better than the NAM showing of it, but you still gotta watch it.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. I appreciate the question. All right, what is this? Also, what's the website? It's College to DuPage. It's the College to DuPage models. It does not require a subscription. I've been using it quite a bit for school and videos and all that stuff. It's pretty easy to use. It's College to DuPage. Interestingly, not a lot of weather YouTubers use College to DuPage, which is interesting. Oh well. Oh well. Good to have those resources. Okay. All right. Just had to take care of something real quickly. Okay, who else? Okay, who? Yeah. All right, so yeah. Yeah, I go to COD. I use COD for my stuff. Yeah, so does a lot of forecasters actually. Yeah, thank you for the question. I really do appreciate it. Okay. So, all right. So, what are your guys' overall thoughts of this storm and how it's developing?
Overperforming a bit. I'm not sure if it's gonna be as messy as every model, like at least some models depict it.
Yeah.
It looks pretty clean on radar. Looks pretty clean on radars.
So far, yeah.
I don't know.
We'll have to see what happens. So, yeah.
The storm is definitely pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely on the crazier side of that. So,
What's interesting is I don't know if I'm gonna get any severe weather because I'm gonna be in the warm sector of it.
yeah.
And they've been up and they've been uptrending by temperatures like a lot.
Mm.
And it's showing it's showing for me on Monday a high of 68 with sustained winds of 30 miles an hour gusting to 50.
Oof.
And then and then Monday night it's going to plummet into the low 20s. So I would not be surprised if there's a severe weather element like a high shear low cape kind of.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
if
there
was.
there is a severe weather element to it, although right now it's in the deep south. Day
I saw
3
it enhanced right now.
Yeah, day 3 is a marginal for Florida and Georgia and a small tip of South Carolina.
Oh yeah, I see that.
They might expand the marginal a little bit in my opinion based on what I'm seeing.
I think they'll expand it up to like the southeastern North Carolina and to the Outer Banks, like right along the coast, I think. That's what I think they'll do.
Yeah. Models are calling for more snow than my local forecast. They definitely are, but at the same time, they could be overdoing it a little bit. Mainly because it doesn't take into account melting once the first snow first sticks, and it doesn't take into account just kind of how the system evolves. So we'll have to pay attention to it. Should I expect close to 20 inches south of I-70 like the HUR is showing? What are you expecting for the northern sections of southern Indiana? I'm expecting about a foot or so for those areas, in my opinion. I don't think it's going to be 20 inches unless the storm absolutely outperforms and it sucks up so much moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. There's two ways I could see 20 inches of snow happening. Number one, if the pressure gradient is stronger, and number two, if the severe weather event overperforms. If the severe weather event with this overperforms, what it's going to ultimately end up doing is it's going to suck and drive so much more moisture from the Gulf of Mexico through the system and into the Midwest. And because it's very cold up in the Midwest, that moisture turns into snow. So that's a possibility I could see that happening. But right now, I think around a foot. How much snow for Portsmouth, Ohio? Let's go ahead and quickly answer that very quickly for Portsmouth. We have a lot of Ohio tonight. Portsmouth, that's on the Kentucky border. Let me take a quick peek at some of them runs. I know some of the models are giving you a foot of snow, but I'm skeptical about that. I'll just go for now 8 to 12. So we'll have to see what happens. Interesting storm indeed. It is. Interesting storm indeed.
So Pat, I'm seeing something pretty interesting on the HRRR.
Mm-hmm.
So for the 850, what is that? MB millibars, I think.
Yeah.
850 millibar height. So in front of the front, it's showing Sunday evening up to 80 knot wind shear.
Okay.
And then right behind that, there's a donut hole where there's like no shear at all. And then behind it, it goes back up to 50 knots.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much.
Is where the donut hole is that where the low pressure is? I would assume that's where it would be.
Yep, that's where the low is. That's
yeah.
where it is.
This looks really strong.
Yeah, indeed it is.
And then they're showing what is this up to 80 to 90 knot shear near me. What
is that? Bulk shear?
Whoa!
No, it's just regular 850 millibar height. It amplifies for some reason just west of me.
90 knots of shear at 850 is absolutely insane.
That's insane.
It looks like it's at least 80. It's at least yeah.
Okay, I'll have to pluck a few soundings when I I'll have to pluck a few soundings later because that seems a bit much. But anyway, we have a few questions to get through right here. First off, Washington Courthouse, Ohio. I've seen different accumulated snow amounts for that. Can someone tell me what's expected? I would expect anything greater than 8 inches at this current point. How much snow do you think on the north side of the St. Louis area? It depends on where you're at. Like if you're north of I-70, I could definitely see 8 to 12 inches, maybe over a foot of snow if these new runs hold from this, but we'll have to pay attention to it. How much snow for Philadelphia? Philadelphia is not going to get as much snow as we were thinking a couple nights ago. I'm thinking maybe 3 to 5 inches, honestly, for Philadelphia City. Southern Philly suburbs could see a bit more. Northern going to see less. So we'll have to see what happens. All right, Central Jersey's looking around 2 to 3 inches radar. Looks more bullish than that. What are your thoughts? I think that's about correct. How much snow accumulation for Edinburgh, Indiana? Let's take a look at Edinburgh, Indiana. Edinburgh. Real quickly, that is south of Indianapolis. I could see 8 to 12 inches from it. So that's what we have going on. But all right. I'm going to go. All right. Do you guys have any other thoughts you'd like to, or things you want to take a look at, or do you have just any general thoughts at all?
I got a question, Pat.
What's up?
So I posted a screenshot of what the 850 millibar knot shear is showing. I'm really baffled behind it, like you have like where the low would be, but it's like it's really like disorganized in terms of the shear. The shear just looks really, really weird and displaced from the low.
Oh, wow.
You can see what I sent. It's really strange. Like I don't understand. It looks really strange, and it looks like some shear tries to filter into where the low is.
Yeah. That is interesting. I'm going to have to do some more research into that because that seems extreme.
Yeah, because if that's the case, like that shear is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. It absolutely is. Anything to suggest a ticket to the north at all? Maybe a small one, but right now the low is developed further to the south. Massillon, Ohio snowfall. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at that. Massillon, that's south of Akron. Probably like 3 to 5. You're not going to get that much snow from it. But anyway, all right. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream right here. We've been covering for a couple of hours, and I want to get all the important information out of the way. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in and thank all the callers for joining in and helping me with the stream. I really appreciate it. I will continue to keep you updated on this storm as well as the next one that's coming up in the next week. So we'll have to pay close attention to it as well. But in the meantime, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. East Palestine, Ohio. That's south of Youngstown. You're probably 3 to 5, I'd say. But am I live tomorrow? It depends on what I have to get done personally. I'm not 100% sure. I'll let you guys know. But be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. The goal of this channel is to get more people engaged with weather. Thank you for coming out and supporting tonight. We really do appreciate it at Storms United. And a shout out to Daniel as an official sponsor of the Pat's Path Predictor Patreon. If you want to support the channel more directly in some of the projects I'm working, be sure to join my Patreon. It's the first link in the description down below. Also, if you want to come hang out with us at Storms United, be sure to join the Discord server. It's in the link in the description, as well as the pinned chat above. So thank you for joining tonight. And with that being said, have a wonderful day, guys. Stay safe.